Hey guys, this is Chris from KRC Creations. I'm just coming to show you, I haven't done a DIY in a very long time. I was watching a video from Marisol. She's one of the people that I subscribe to. She calls herself a wax girl. But I was watching her and she had a lot of used candle jars. So she recycled them and used them in her home. So the empty one. So I do the same thing, but I do it for my soaping organization. So I thought I'd show you guys how I reuse bottles and things that come to me when I order. Now a lot of companies, and I'm really proud of companies for doing this, they're trying to switch over. A lot of companies back in the day used to send you your products in these white thick containers, and they're great, like these tubs. Now they're moving towards bags, like Ziploc bags, because one, it saves them more shipping, it's easier to pack more things in a box, and it's eco-friendly. Now this company I ordered from Essential Depot for my line, they do that too, but I don't order the larger quantities so that I will get a bag. I tend to order the smaller a lot of them in the smaller quantities so that I get the bottles. I don't like to have lye in a bag all over the place. Maybe later when I reuse one of my 50-pound containers, I get my oils in 50-pound containers. Maybe when I get ready and I have enough of those laying around, I'll order it like in larger quantities and put it in that container. But for now, I'm getting it like this. Now, I order my lye in 33 bottles at a time. So this is how they come. Now when I go through them, I don't want to throw these bottles away. They're pretty good and they're easy to clean out and they're easy to reuse. So what I do is I upcycle my bottles. Not only do I upcycle my lye bottles, I also upcycle my coffee creamer. I am a huge coffee drinker. I drink tons of coffee a day. I don't drink soda. I drink very little juice. It's mostly water and coffee. So I drink a lot of this. So I go through a bottle maybe once a week, which is a lot. And I have a lot of bottles. So I've been upcycling these for this organization. Let me pan back so you can see it. These are all of my powders that I use in my business. Let me go a little closer. Like this one is baking soda. I order baking soda in huge quantities. I order everything in huge quantities. But I don't want to lug around huge quantities when I'm working. So I put them in these containers so that they're easy to use. Here's dead sea salt. And I put labels on the top so I don't have to move everything. There's ground almonds back there, stearic acid, whole milk powder, olive wax, so everything, a whole bunch of stuff, kaolin clay, coconut milk, ground oatmeal, emulsifying wax, beeswax, all kinds of stuff. So this is a great way to store a lot of your powders because it has a pour spout. Some of them I remove the top to get it out, but some of it pours right out to help you measure out. Now I don't have an empty one. This one's half empty, but all I do when I upcycle is I just remove this plastic wrapping and clean the bottle. You want to be sure to clean your bottle very well so that you don't leave any remnants of what was in there, as well as, sorry, that is, I don't know what that is. Hold on. Sorry, I left my refrigerator open, so that was an alarm telling me that the refrigerator was open. But what I was saying was you want to make sure you clean your bottles very well. I clean it once and I let it dry out, and then I clean it again and I let it dry out, and then I put either some alcohol or some Clorox mixture in there to disinfect or really get it clean before I put anything in it. So you want to make sure you do that. Another thing that, and this is what I haven't labeled, but these are what the lye containers end up looking like. I just write on them. But one of the things that I do upcycle too is I used to get Luana's coconut oil, and when I run out, sometimes I run out of my 50-pound containers before I can reorder. So I get the Luana's, and those ones are really, really good for product. Let me bring you over here and show you. Here. These are the Luana bottles. And what I do is when I make my products, I make them in very small quantities. I don't like to leave my customer waiting for a long time, so I leave them in very small quantities and fill them into these bottles, just some of them. And these are great containers because you can get a spoon in there and scoop it out and get your product out. And when I'm down low with these, I tend to make some more, because a lot of my jars and packaging, they go cross lines. So if I make like 32 ounces of something, I will wipe out my jar, my packaging jars on one product. So I just make the product, put it in here. When I get an order, I package it in their packaging. So it is packaged at the point of order, but it sits in jars like these. And I go through these pretty quickly. So they're not sitting around. So you pretty much are getting stuff really fresh and really fast this way. Only thing with this is it comes from oil was in this. You got to be careful when you reuse oil containers. You really got to get those oils out of there. I only use oil containers that have a wide mouth top because I need to get my hand in there, really get it cleaned out, really get all that oil out of there. And with a tighter lid, you can't do that. So I only use that type of thing for oil. And Dawn is really good if you don't make soap. I make my own dishwashing soap. And it really cuts oil like crazy. I mean, crazy. But Dawn does too if you don't make your own. But this is a way to upcycle. Now I'm going to show you how I upcycle. And give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I have some containers here that they've been cleaned out, and they need to get their labels removed so I can put new labels on them. And I don't know if you notice, when you remove labels, they have the sticky residue on the back. Now when you're removing your labels, you want to be careful not to do this, tear and have a whole bunch of paper on there. That's hard to get off. Very, very hard to get off. But if you can remove the label whole and you'll leave a sticky residue behind, that's easy to get off. Some people go out and get Goo Gone, and that stuff really doesn't work. And I don't think it works. And it's loaded with chemicals, and I'm not a chemical girl. I really like to stay away from all chemicals if possible. So you could actually make your own Goo Gone, and it is absolutely fantastic. Here is mine that I made, and this Goo Gone is, I don't know if I know like the name, but whatever. All you do is do equal parts of coconut oil, 76%, so the hard coconut oil, as not fractionated coconut oil, and baking soda. So you want to, if you're going to make, this holds 8 ounces, so I made it in 4-ounce quantities. You don't really need a whole lot. So I put 2 ounces of coconut oil and 2 ounces of baking soda, and just really stir it so that it's incorporated. And it looks like that. Ends up looking like that. That's going to get all that sticky residue off like magic. You're going to be like, wow. Yeah, you can use this for everything around your house and stuff like that. I always have some of this. I need to make some more. But it's really, really helpful for those types of things. So you're going to need that. And you're also going to need some type of heating tool to heat your labels off of your bottles. I use my heat gun. You can easily use like a blow dryer. It'll take a little longer, but you can easily use a blow dryer. When using heat guns, be careful because they really get stuff hot and you don't want to burn your fingertips. So be careful when using that. That's all. And then you're also going to need some type of cleaning tool to get that sticky part off. I use a cloth because these little fibers help to pick up the residue of the oil and the sticky stuff. So there you go. So let's get started. As I said, I do have some Luana cans that I had went to the grocery store and bought. So I'm going to upcycle this, and here is my lye container, and I'm going to upcycle this, and I'll show you how I do it. Let's start with the Luanas. All I do is I use my my heat gun, and I just start heating it from the edges out. So I'm going to do that, and I'll show you how I do that. I just do a section at a time. And when you do that, you see how easy this thing peels off. That easy. And it doesn't leave any paper behind. Now when you start to feel it getting a little bit tug, then you know you ended your section that you heated. So I go back, heat up another section. Actually, I'll go all the way to the end. Just pull it away. And it comes off whole like that. So that's one bottle. Let's just do the same thing for this one. This one's cool because the paper is going to turn a little darker so that you know it's time to peel. See that? I think that's so cool. Okay. And then just take it from a corner. Be careful, this is hot. And just start peeling it back. And it comes off completely. Let's do the back side. Once your heat gun gets going, you don't really have to use it that long anymore because it's already heated up. And you just peel. There you have it. No paper left behind on your bottles. If you tend to get some paper left behind, just use your fingernail or whatever you have to scrape it off. And that's the key. You don't want to have any paper behind. So we got all this sticky residue. I don't know if you can see it, but you have all this sticky residue, and you don't want that. You got to clean that off. So do this one. This is still a little hot. This one's a little warmer. You take your Goo Gone, and you just apply it to the area where the sticky residue is. You don't need to scrub it. You're just putting it on there because the oil is going to help to loosen up the glue, and the cloth, you want it to put it on here and let it sit for like 5-10 minutes, and that oil is helping to remove the glue. And then the baking soda is a scrubbing agent, so you're not really worried about scrubbing right now. When you use your cloth, it'll help to remove the stickiness. So I did one earlier before I started the video. And I have my cloth here. I'm wiping my hands off with it. I have my cloth here. I hope you can see that. And I'm just going to take my cloth. See that? It removed all that stickiness. One swipe. Sometimes you get a little stubborn area. Scrape it a little bit more. I think I have a little paper stuff there. See how fantastic that Goo Gone is? Oh my god. That's it. That's all you do. keep going around. And all that stickiness is gone. So what I do is I just clean up that outside, spray it with some alcohol, and put my product in. And it's all ready to go. And this one, let's put some on this one. And then we'll clean off. See how long that takes to be done. I'm going to hold you here for a long time, but if you upcycle these lye containers, they're a beast to get that. They use extra stickiness on there and labels, I guess, because they're heat labels. But you just let this one sit a little bit longer, and it comes out just as easy as this one. Now we just put that one on, and it's probably ready to take off. It could sit a little longer, but it's still coming off just really good. Just like that. So I'm going to let this sit a little longer, and I will be done. So that's how you upcycle. Once they're done, I clean them off, slap a label on them, and they're ready to be filled. So I hope this helps you upcycle some of your jars. I think with the way that the companies are going, and big ups to you companies that are doing this, you're going to have to start saving some containers to put your products, transfer them from one bag to a container that you can easily use. So I hope this is helpful. Thanks, Marisol. I didn't even think to do this, but it really saves me time and when I'm creating, as well as it keeps my soaping room really organized. So, thanks guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.